My name's MacLeod. I'm a professor of parasitology at the University of Glasgow.
My name is Annalie Cooper. I am a postdoctoral research associate at the University of Glasgow.
My name is Walt, and I'm an associate scientist, otherwise known as a postdoc in Annette MacLeod's lab.
My name is Juan Quintana, and I am a postdoctoral scientist in Annette MacLeod's lab.
I often think that people don't see scientists as being real people. They think of us as being boffins. We are bald with just a little bit of hair around here, and we've got glasses, and we're a bit nerdy. The nerdy bit might be right. But we are real people, and we're in it because we really care, and we want to find out things, but we want to find out things for a reason. We're working on tropical diseases because we want to cure them. And it may sound like a lofty dream to be able to cure a disease, but obviously that's our contribution. It might be a small contribution, but ultimately builds up to something that hopefully will result in a treatment or a cure or a vaccine.
Probably people think that we work in isolation a lot. I think that we're all just our own scientists doing our own project, and maybe they don't realize how social it is, and that a lot of research happens as part of big collaborations. So either we all work as a group or we work as a network sort of globally, and we all just do one little piece of the puzzle, and that all gets put together to produce a final project. We're just normal people doing a job. Nothing is it's unapproachable. And that anyone could do it if they were interested in having a go.
I would say the first one is this assumption that scientists are not normal people, that we live in caves where we're surrounded by experiments and instruments and things, and we don't have normal lives with normal worries and normal needs, and same thing as a sort of a person doing an office job, right? So that sort of misconception that we are not part of the society in that sense, that bothers me. The other thing that bothers me is the lack of diversity in higher roles. So people in positions of power, they tend to be very homogeneous. And so I find that very difficult to deal with. And so I'm very interested in engaging with movements and communities that are trying to change that sort of imbalance in power by empowering not only women, but also immigrants, for example, or minorities that are not represented in those positions of power. So that to me is something that is very important nowadays, not only in science, but in general.
Over the last few months and possibly over the last few years, there's been a kind of things have shifted in terms of trust and the platforms people can be put on. There was a time not that long ago, I think, where if somebody was a scientist or if somebody was an expert in some other field, that was a revered thing, and people would listen to what they say, basically. Whereas now I think there's, just through social media, which I think has got a lot of good things about it too, but one of the negatives is that I think people who aren't necessarily as informed are able to take up space. Our goals are justified, and we are normal people who, just that we've chosen to do this as a job.